Sherpa-Cast 101.1, the voice of future past. Sherpa-Cast 101.1, the voice of future past. Hey folks, welcome back to Sherpa of Science, the Sherpa-Cast 101.1 on your strangewave radio. Most of you have probably found us by accident, which is no accident. We're celebrating 10 years off the air, finally breaking radio silence. And to celebrate, we'd like to present to you one of the first recordings ever made.
The first words I spoke in the original phonograph, a little piece of practical poetry. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
Somnilax, the sleep-activated laxative for soft, warm release.
That's right, folks. That recording you heard was from Thomas Edison, made in Menlo Park, New Jersey, 1877. That was on a solid wax cylinder on the very first phonograph. Our show is sponsored by Somnilax, the sleep-activated laxative, now with Benadryl. So not only can you get the soft, warm release that you need, you can also get a sleep aid and a decongestant all in one. I am your host, Dr. Denver Risley, of the Department of Modern Science and Technoarchaeology. Welcome. Now let's get to some music, some obscure, weird electronic music.
For all you boppers out there in the big city, all you street people with an ear for the action, I've been asked to relay a request from the Gramercy Riffs. It's a special for the Warriors. That's that real live bunch from Coney, and I do mean the Warriors. Here's a hit with them in mind.
That was an untitled piece, a sort of experimental tribute to the film The Warriors. That piece was done by me, Dr. Denver Risley. Until I dig up some actual content, you're just going to have to put up with my stuff. Of course, that was based on the film The Warriors, 1979, starring James Remar, David Patrick Kelly, Brian Tyler, James Remar playing the irreverent Ajax. Little known fact, they actually made a sequel to The Warriors called Ajax's Revenge. Very difficult to dig up any information on it, but if you dig hard enough, you can find it.
Sherpa-Cast 101.1, the voice of future past. Sherpa-Cast 101.1, the voice of future past.
That's right, folks. Sherpa-Cast 101.1 has found a way to beam itself out of the void and into your hearts. It's been over 10 years since our last broadcast. We're celebrating 10 years off the air. Now, let's get back to some of this great programming.
Cyberdyne Systems, the leader in artificial intelligence defense technology, bringing the future to the present.
That was another one of my masterful creations, entitled Blade Code, inspired, of course, by Blade Runner. I created that using Synth 1 VST that is available for free online. It's a little glitchy right now. I've updated a lot of things on my computer. I've updated a few things on GarageBand, and now it doesn't seem to be working very well, which is a real shame because there are so many presets available for that VST, that virtual synthesizer. It's a virtual analog synthesizer, very generic, very awesome. You can do a lot of great sound design with that thing. There is a folder available for free that has, I believe I'm not sure this number, but it's something like 50,000 presets for Synth 1. There's also some folders available just for 80s sounds, so you can recreate a lot of 80s sounding synthwave, what they're calling now synthwave. We didn't call it that in the 80s, we just called it cheap music. But great sounds, and I will feature some of those here in a little bit. Stay tuned. This is Sherpa-Cast 101.1, celebrating 10 years off the air.
It's much better fresh, cold or warm. If it's not clear, it can make you sick. Animals, trees, insects, and plants use it too. What is it? It's air. That substance that none of us can live without. The National Wildlife Federation is doing its part in America's quest for a healthy environment. You can too. Don't pollute the environment. Our survival depends on it.
Sherpa-Cast 101.1, the voice of future past. Sherpa-Cast 101.1, the voice of future past.
Night Boat, a Jarvis St. McManus production. Join us on the quest of a man and a boat that does not exist. Jan Michael Danthard, a fine young prince of the desert, has combined his exceptional knowledge of artificial intelligence and boats to create the perfect weapon against crime in the Southwest. Night Boat!
You just heard Michael's Truth, the intro to the hit show Night Boat, the crime-solving boat, a spin-off from the great show The Simpsons. You see, Sherpa-Cast 101.1 is coming to you from an alternate reality where this show is real and I get paid lots of money to do the scores for it. One of our other sponsors, Cyberdyne Systems, also is very real and shares the same vision as the Sherpa-Cast, bringing the future to the present. Also bringing the past to the present, and the present is everywhere all the time, because time is now. Let's get back to some programming.
Somnilax, the sleep-activated laxative for soft, warm release.
That was a back-to-back set. That first song was called Noir Rain, inspired, of course, by all our film noir favorites. Usually involves a man, a woman, and rain. The second one was called Dirt Groove, and I think I was channeling Ray Charles when I made that. I have no idea how I became so talented for such a short amount of time to be able to come up with that, and I don't think I've been so musical since. Thanks to our sponsor, Somnilax, the sleep-activated laxative. Get the rest you need and the release you need even more. Also, much appreciation goes to our other sponsor, Cyberdyne Systems, without whose help the future would not be available today. Thanks to Cyberdyne Systems. That's going to do it for us here at Sherpa-Cast tonight, here on Sherpa-Cast 10.1. Content is evolving. This is our first episode after 10 years, celebrating 10 years off the air, breaking radio silence. As I said, content will evolve. It will be better than tonight. So I hope you tune in again next week, whenever that may be in your timeline. Until then, this is Dr. Denver Risley bidding you good night.
Sherpa-Cast 101.1, the voice of future past. Sherpa-Cast 10.1, the voice of future past.